Good evening, Namaskar to all and thank you for joining us today. आपल्या आजचे जे प्रमुख पाहुणे आहेत असिस्टंट सर मुंबई पोलीसचे विलास तुपे आणि आपले जे मॉडरेटर आहेत डॉल्फी डिसूजा यांचा मी सर्वात प्रथम आभार मानतो की त्यांनी आपल्याला हा वेळ दिलेला आहे. आजचं जे वेबिनार आहे दॅट इज बिंग ऑर्गनाइज बाय मनी लाईफ फाउंडेशन आणि मनी लाईफ फाउंडेशन मध्ये आमचा प्रायमरी गोल आहे की आर्थिक साक्षरता लोकांमध्ये पसरावी आणि त्याच वेळेला लोकांना इतर गोष्टींबद्दल जागरूक राहावं, ग्राहकांनी जागरूक राहावं आणि नागरिकांनी आपल्या हक्काबद्दल जागरूक राहावं. सो वी वर्क ऑन फील्ड बेसिकली इन मनी लाईफ फाउंडेशन. त्या पण आजचं सेशन सुरू करण्यापूर्वी मी टेल यू सम बेसिक रूल. याच्यामुळे आपल्या सगळ्यांना वेबिनार चांगल्या पद्धतीने ऐकता येईल, चांगल्या पद्धतीने त्यामध्ये पार्टिसिपेट करता येईल. सुरुवातीला आम्ही सगळ्यांना म्यूटवर ठेवलेलं आहे आणि ज्या वेळेला प्रश्नोत्तर आपण घेऊ त्यावेळेला सगळ्यांना अनम्यूट करण्यात येईल. तुम्हाला जर प्रश्न विचारायचा असेल तर तुम्ही त्यावेळेला विचारू शकता. ऑप्टिमल व्ह्यूइंग तुम्हाला बघायचं असेल म्हणजे हे वेबिनारचं पूर्ण तऱ्हेने तुम्हाला मजा घ्यायची असेल तर तुम्ही स्पीकर व्ह्यू झूम मीटिंग वरती एक स्पीकर व्यू म्हणून ऑप्शन येतं. सो यू शुड यूज दॅट. ही जी आपलं जे वेबिनार है सो इसका हम रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहे हैं और ये हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पे दैट इज youtube.com/moneylivetv याच्यावाला भेटेल. त्याच्यामुळे तुम्ही हे नंतर सुद्धा पाहू शकता. प्रश्नोत्तराच्या तासामध्ये म्हणजे प्रश्नोत्तराच्या वेळेला तुम्हाला जर वाटलं की एखादा प्रश्न विचारायचा आहे तुपे साहेबांना किंवा डॉल्फीला तर तुम्ही झूम वरती एक रेज हँड म्हणून एक ऑप्शन अवेलेबल आहे. सो यू यूज दॅट. चॅट सेक्शन जे आहे आपल्या झूम मध्ये चॅटिंग आपण करू शकतो आणि त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही तुमचे प्रश्न किंवा तुमच्या प्रतिक्रिया किंवा तुमचे ऑब्झर्वेशन जे असतील ते तुम्ही येऊ शकता. पण एक छोटीशी रिक्वेस्ट आहे सर्वांना की तुमचे जे काही ऑब्झर्वेशन असेल किंवा तुमच्या ज्या काही कॉमेंट्स असतील ह्या आमच्या वैयक्तिक चॅनल पाठवता जनरल ग्रुपमध्ये पाठवा म्हणजे त्या सगळ्यांना बघता येतील आणि त्याच्यावर सगळ्यांना उत्तरं देता येतील. आणखी एक महत्वाची गोष्ट की तुमचा जो कॅमेरा आहे त्याच्यामधून तुमच्या घर पूर्ण बॅकग्राऊंड दुसऱ्यांना दिसू शकतं वेबिनारच्या दरम्यानमध्ये किंवा त्यामुळे तुम्हाला जर तुमची प्रायव्हसी प्रोटेक्ट करायची असेल तर माझी तुम्हाला विनंती आहे की तुम्ही झूम वरती तुमचा व्हिडिओचं जे स्टॉप बटन आहे ते स्टॉप व्हिडिओ बटन दाबा म्हणजे तुमचा व्हिडिओ दिसणार नाही पण ऑडिओ थ्रू तुम्हाला हे सगळं वेबिनार ऐकता येऊ शकेल. आता मी आपले जे आजचे जे स्पीकर्स आहेत त्यांचं मी तुम्हाला माहिती करून देतो. विलास तुपे साहेब जसं मी सांगितलं त्याप्रमाणे मुंबई पोलिसांमध्ये विलास तुपे साहेब हे सहाय्यक पोलीस आयुक्त होते आणि त्यांना आजवरच्या कारकिर्दीमध्ये राष्ट्रपतींच्या हस्ते 2 अतिशय मानाचे असे अवॉर्ड त्यांना मिळालेले आहेत. पहिला अवॉर्ड त्यांना मिळाला होता द प्रेसिडेंट्स अवॉर्ड डिस्टिंग्विश सर्व्हिस आणि दुसरा अवॉर्ड होता प्रेसिडेंट्स अवॉर्ड फॉर मेरिटोरियस सर्व्हिस. तुपे साहेब हे जवळपास 35 वर्ष मुंबई पोलिसांमध्ये होते आणि ड्युरिंग दॅट टाइम ही हॅज डील्ड इन मॅटर्स म्हणजे त्यावेळेला अंडरवर्ल्डचं ज्या वेळेला प्रकार चालू होता अंडरवर्ल्डचे जे संबंधित जे गुन्हे होते त्या गुन्ह्यांपासून ते सध्याच्या डिजिटल किंवा वेब ऑनलाईन फ्रॉड्स पर्यंतचे सगळे गुन्ह्याचा त्यांनी शोध घेतलेला आहे. तुपे साहेब त्यांच्या कारकिर्दीमध्ये 10 पेक्षा जास्त वर्ष अँटी करप्शन ब्युरोमध्ये होते ईस्टमध्ये आणि लाचलुचपत प्रतिबंधक खात्यामध्ये काम करताना त्यांनी जवळपास 300 पेक्षा जास्त भ्रष्टकारांना पकडलेलं आहे आणि आजवरच्या त्यांच्या कारकिर्दीमध्ये त्यांनी जी केस आणलेल्या आहेत त्यावर त्यांनी 2 पुस्तकं लिहिलेली आहेत. आता मी आपलं डॉल्फी डिसूजांची माहिती. डॉल्फी हे पोलीस रिफॉर्म्स वॉच एक जागरूक नागरिकांचा एक ग्रुप आहे. ग्रुपवरचे ते संयोजक आहेत आयोजक आहेत. डॉल्फी इज ऑल्सो मुंबई प्रोजेक्ट लीड ऑफ कॉमनवेल्थ ह्युमन राईट्स इनिशिएटिव्ह किंवा CHRI. ही इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ मेनी ऑर्गनायझेशन लाईक द PUCL विच वर्क्स ऑन इश्यूज कन्सर्निंग ह्युमन राईट्स. आपला जास्त वेळ न घेता मी आता डॉल्फीकडे करतो. डॉल्फी ओव्हर टू यू.
थैंक यू. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया योगेश जी. और मैं पहले स्थिति में सुचिता जी, देबाशीष, योगेश, अरविंद और पूरे मनी लाइफ फाउंडेशन को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि इस प्रोग्राम का आज उन्होंने आयोजन किया जहां पे हमारे रिटायर्ड असिस्टेंट कमिश्नर ऑफ पुलिस विलास तुपे जी उपस्थित है और उन्होंने 2 किताब लिखे हैं, तो शायद आपने भी देखे होंगे। एक किताब है एंटी करप्शन ट्रैप्स। ये जो किताब है ये मराठी में पहले छापा था, उसके बाद इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेशन किया है। अभी जो लेटेस्ट वाला जो उन्होंने प्रदर्शन किया है, लिखा है, वो है डिटेक्शन ऑफ क्राइम। उसके ऊपर किताब लिखा है। मैं तो पहली बार तो तुपे जी का मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि उन्होंने उनके कार्यशाल कामों में पुलिस के साथ उन्होंने ये सोच किया था कि ये किताबें लिखनी चाहिए लोगों को प्रोत्साहन करने के लिए। तो तुपे जी मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दूं। आपने जो किताब 2 लिखे, और लोग हमें पूछते हैं कि इसका भी ट्रांसलेशन हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश में कभी आएगा। अब बाद में जब मैं चर्चा करूंगा आपसे बात करूंगा। Generally, we have observed that police officers don't like to be asked questions. They get very, very upset. You know, they like to interrogate people, but they don't like to be asked questions, and they feel very, they just put you off. And today I have the pleasure of, I would say, interrogating one of the finest officers that I have met in my life in recent times, मिस्टर तुपे। तो ये मेरी खुशकिस्मती है कि मैं आपसे आज बात करता हूं। लेकिन हमारे जो मनी लाइफ के थ्रू हमारा कनेक्शन हुआ था प्रोग्राम के दरमियान, उसके बाद हमारा संपर्क आपसे बहुत नजदीक का रहा है। एंड आई मस्ट टेल यू दिस दैट ही इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट हेल्पफुल, he's retired over 10 years, 12 years now, but one of the most approachable, most helpful, and a very guiding force, particularly for me in particular. और हमारी जो कॉमनवेल्थ ह्यूमन राइट्स, पुलिस रिफॉर्म्स और सिटी कोर ग्रुप है, जो खास करके एक्सेस टू वुमेन फॉर जस्टिस पुलिस स्टेशन के ऊपर काम करते हैं, तो बार बार हम तुपे जी को कांटेक्ट करते हैं हमें मदद करने के लिए। तो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। तुपे जी, मैं पूछना चाहता हूं आपको कि आपका नेटिव प्लेस क्या है, एजुकेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन क्या है, ये क्या सोच थी आपको पुलिस ज्वाइन करने की?
माझं मूळ गाव हडपसर, पुणे। मी शेतकरी कुटुंबात जन्माला आलो आणि त्याच्यानंतर मग मी न्यू इंग्लिश स्कूल रमणबाग पुणे इथं हायस्कूलचं शिक्षण घेतलं। तिथं मी 1967 साली SSC झालो। त्याच्यानंतर गरवारे कॉलेजमध्ये मी 1971 साली BSc पर्यंत शिक्षण घेतलं। त्याच्यानंतर मी पुणे लॉ कॉलेजमध्ये फर्स्ट LLB पास झाल्यानंतर सेकंड इयरला शिकत असताना मला पोलीस ट्रेनिंग मध्ये PSI साठी सिलेक्ट करण्यात आलं परीक्षा दिल्यानंतर।
तुपे साहेब, आपली फर्स्ट पोस्टिंग कुठे होती आणि त्याला तुम्ही ते एक्सपिरियन्स जरा शेअर करा।
मी 73 ते 75 साली नाशिक येथे हार्ड ट्रेनिंग केल्यानंतर माझी पहिली पोस्टिंग घाटकोपर पोलीस ठाणे किराणनगर येथे होती। इथे माझं प्रोबेशन पिरियड गेला आणि तिथं मला काम शिकायला मिळालं। तेव्हा मी बॅचलर होतो, तेव्हा मी 24 तास पोलीस स्टेशनलाच राहत होतो। माझी ड्युटी संपली तरी मी ड्युटी ऑफिसर समोरच बसून ते काम शिकत होतो। त्याच्यावर मला अनुभव थोडा लवकर आला। मी सर्व सिनियर ऑफिसरचं काम जवळून बघितलं। त्याच्यामुळे त्यांनी ज्या काही सिरियस केस हँडल केल्या त्यावेळी मी त्यांना मदत केली। त्याच्यामुळे मला अनुभव थोडा लवकर आला।
डिटेक्शन म्हणजे काय? केसेस कसे डिटेक्ट होतात? आणि 2 तुमचे टॉप मोस्ट डिटेक्शन केसेस काय तुम्ही आपल्या पार्टिसिपेंट्सला शेअर करणार का?
ओके, डिटेक्शन म्हणजे एखादी अनडिटेक्टेड केस असेल, समजा चोरी झाली तर ती चोर मिळालेला नाहीये, प्रॉपर्टी मिळाली नाही, त्याला अनडिटेक्टेड केस म्हणतात। आणि मग पोलिसांनी तपास करून त्याच्यामध्ये चोर पकडून ती प्रॉपर्टी मिळवली, त्यावेळेला ती डिटेक्ट झाली असे म्हणतात। तर जसं डिटेक्शनचं प्रमाण जास्त असतं त्या पोलीस स्टेशनला म्हणजे कमिशनर किंवा जे काही वरिष्ठ अधिकारी आहे ते जास्त मदत करतात आणि ऑलवेज लोकांना सुद्धा मदत होते। ते जेव्हा पोलीस स्टेशनला येऊन त्या चोरीच्या घरफोडीच्या तक्रारी देतात तर त्या इमानदारीत जर तपास केला आणि हार्डवर्क केलं, आणि डिटेक्शन इज अ टीम वर्क, म्हणजे ते मी एकट्याने केलेलं नाही, तर माझ्यावर दुसरा असिस्टंट डिटेक्शन ऑफिसर, 10 शिपाई असतात, 5 दिवस पाळी, 5 रात्र पाळी, आणि सर्वांनी मिळून एकत्र प्रयत्न केल्यानंतर ती केस डिटेक्ट करण्याचा आम्ही प्रयत्न करतो। तर माझी सर्वात महत्वाची पहिली केस म्हणजे मी ते 1 मिनिटात सांगतो. 1978-76 साली मी जेव्हा घाटकोपर पोलीस स्टेशनला होतो त्यावेळेला डॉक्टर महेंद्र पटेल म्हणून घाटकोपर डिस्पेन्सरी होती. ते सकाळी पोलीस स्टेशनला त्यांनी सांगितले की माझ्याकडे 2 नोकर होते, ते चोरी करून निघून गेलेले आहेत. आणि मग मी त्यांचा तपास केला असता त्यांचे नातेवाईक ट्रेस केले. त्यांच्या नातेवाईकांनी सांगितले की ते युपी आझमगडला राहणार आहेत. मग त्याच्यानंतर आमच्या सिनियर मी ज्या दिवशी केस त्या दिवशी सांगितलं वाराणसी पकड आणि युपीला जा. मी आणि 2 शिपाई युपीला गेलो आणि मग तिकडं त्या लोकांना युपी पोलिसांची मदत घेऊन आझमगडला मधुबन पोलीस स्टेशनवरनं 2 शिपाई घेऊन मी त्या आरोपींना झोपेतच त्यांना बेड्यात टाकल्या आणि जेवढी कॅश सुरळी गेली होती 30,000 ती संपूर्ण कॅश रिकव्हर केली आणि मी मुंबईला आलो. आणि त्यावेळेला टाइम्स ऑफ इंडियाचे रिपोर्टर आमच्या पोलीस स्टेशनला बसले होते. त्यांनी माझं त्यावेळेला पहिल्यांदा नाव दिलं होतं, सेल्फ कन्फेस थ्यूज अरेस्टेड. आणि मग मला बऱ्याच नातेवाईकांनी मित्रांनी फोन करून सांगितलं अरे तुझं नाव पेपरला आले. मग मी त्याला डिटेक्शन मध्ये मी जास्त इंटरेस्ट घ्यायला लागलो. म्हणलं आपण डिटेक्शन केलं तर सर्वांना कळतं आणि मग अप्रिशिएट. नंतर सर्वात
तुपे साहेब तुमचं एक रिक्वेस्ट होती की जरा हिंदी किंवा इंग्लिश मध्ये बोला ना. आणि बरेच आपले जे दर्शक आहेत आजचे त्यांच्यामध्ये इंग्लिश आणि हिंदी समजणाऱ्यांचं प्रमाण जास्त आहे मराठीच्या तुलनेमध्ये. सो इफ यू कॅन
मिक्स करा, काय प्रॉब्लेम नहीं.
तो आप कंटिन्यू कीजिए. सॉरी आपको बीच में
important detection is while I was attached to Sahar police station in the 1984, the Indian Airlines security officer Mr. Sampat Kumar came to me and he had shown me one telegram which was received from Karachi police that one president's advisor of UAE, United Arab Emirates, had been to Mumbai and he had purchased necklace, diamond necklace worth rupees 10 lakhs. And he boarded the Indian Airlines at Sahar Airport and alighted at Karachi Airport. When his baggage he found his bag was torn and the diamond necklace worth rupees 10 lakhs in those days, 84, it was missing. So as he was a VIP, the Karachi airport was closed for some time and all employees, loaders, they were interrogated by them. A case was registered in Karachi at airport about the theft of a diamond necklace. After that Sampat Kumar told me, we have informed the Karachi police that the bag was found torn at Pakistan Karachi airport. So there nothing has happened in India. In India, the theft has not taken place. But Sampat told me, Sampat Kumar, you please have, if any thief you come across, you try to detect this case also. It might have been stolen from Sahar airport also. So I was always visiting airport and trying to arrest the persons who were indulging in crime. I have arrested some smuggler also, those who were exporting snake skin and heroin and Mandesh tablet, etc. So one smuggler come to me and he asked my permission. बोला साहब मेरे को आपने बहुत मेरा माल पकड़ा है, आप मुझे परमिशन दो ये स्मगलिंग करने. मतलब मैं आप एक काम करो, कमिश्नर ऑफ पुलिस को एप्लीकेशन करो कि आई वांट टू स्मगल दीज गुड्स एंड आई मे बी अलाउड. उसके बाद वो टोटल, जब मैं उधर था, टोटल स्मगलिंग एक्टिविटीज वर क्लोज. So while checking all these, I found 4 to 5, 6 boys coming out of Sahar airport, and one boy was carrying bag. So we have searched his bag. We found some cassettes. So we interrogated the 4, 5, 7. How you from where the airport? So we had been to airport where we have cleaned the aircraft. They had entered there with the help of other loader, licensed loader. And they collected some material and they used to sell this bhangar material to the receiver outside the Sahar airport. So then I asked him how many people are indulging this theft. So he told me that about 25 boys are involved in these petty thefts. Who is your leader? Who has stolen the most valuable things? So one of them told that one loader, resident of Wakola, is not there now because he had done some big theft. Then we got his address and we maintained watch. Then after 15 days, we have arrested him and he was interrogated. Then he confessed that while loading the bag in the baggage section, he has cut off the bag and stolen the necklace. And he went to the house, and during night he took out that necklace, and it was found glittering. So next day morning he went to neighboring shop, Marwadi shop, and sold that gold diamond necklace for 75,000. After that, we caught that receiver, and we questioned him, where is that diamond necklace? Then he led us to Bombay to a very big businessman. And we asked that businessman to produce the diamond necklace. So he literally shouted at us, you don't know, I'm friend of CM, I'm friend of so-and-so commissioner. You get out, how you come to my house? Then I told him, see, the property involved is very precious. It belongs to the United Arab Emirates advisor. We'll inform the UAE police, Dubai police, and Karachi police. We have caught the accused, but we are not getting the property. So you will be taken there, and your hands will be chopped off there. The punishment is very severe. So he got scared. No. I will give the necklace. Then next day, from the locker, he gave the necklace. After recovery of necklace, our Indian Airlines informed the Karachi airport. We have recovered that necklace, and the complainant should be directed to the police station. Then PRO from UAE consulate came to me. That time my name was published in Khalifa Times at Dubai in America. That it was the AP News. That was the solid detection done by me. That time Rubera Saab was commissioner. He has personally come and congratulated me at the SAR police station. This is my detection, first outstanding detection, for which I was rewarded 1,000 rupees. Then I will come to murder case. There are more than 40-50 murder cases I have detected, but I will only, as per the suggestion order of Dolphy, I will only give 2 stories of murder cases. First very interesting murder case is, while I was attached to Santa Cruz police station, one doctor came to me, to the police station, and he, at that time we were sitting in the station house room and 4 or 5 officers, and we were chatting and we were laughing. So he got angry. What you are doing here? There was a murder in front of at the backside of the police station, and you people are doing nothing. So after some time, you please guide us. You show your house you show the place where the murder has taken place. Then we visited his house. We found his mother was strangulated in her house, and the servant was missing. The complainant doctor, father was also doctor, his wife was also doctor. All the 3 had been to their dispensary at Navaran Sidin and Delhi, and the mother was alone. And servant who was working earlier had been on leave, and new servant was there. We searched for servant, but we could not trace him. There were the name of the servant was only Raju, and there was no other clue. So we combed the entire Santa Cruz area, and we had rounded up about 25 Rajus. So they never admitted, but one of the Raju told that he know real Raju, and his brother is staying at Oshiwara. Then our detection officer Manohar Dhanavade was sent to Oshiwara, and he caught of his brother at Oshiwara. Then we interrogated that his brother, and he admitted that the accused his brother's name was Bhim, and he has left Mumbai and has taken shelter at Thane near Singhania Hospital, and he is working there on construction site. So I along with Lady Inspector Sangeeta Shinde, now she is the ACP Thane Control Room. Her name is now Sangeeta Alfonso, and Dhanavade and other officer, we rushed to Thane. When we went there at Singhania Hospital, there was a demolition of the hutments where these people were staying. So our investigation stopped, and how to search, go ahead. Then we made inquiry in the vicinity. So when watchman told that this construction worker has left the place and they are on the other side of the construction, then we went there, and fortunately we could trace that him, the main accused. Then we caught him, and we asked him, interrogated, but he did not admit the crime. But lastly, when he saw his brother with police, he admitted that he had committed crime. But about the property, he told that he had not stolen any property. We searched his room, that kacha room builder का जो होता है, so nothing was found. Then Sangeeta Shinde Alfonso, she found Bhim's wife was holding his hand like this. So she got suspicion and she asked that lady to unfold her hands, and she found stolen ornaments were woven in her blouse. The ornaments were recovered, and then we interrogated how they have killed and etc. and how many were they. So they told that they have stolen from ornaments to Marwadi, and one accused Ramdas was with them. Then we searched for Ramdas, so Ramdas could not be traced. He was staying at Oshiwara. We hunt for him for a long time, but we could not trace him. Then we interrogated these people, where unwanted accused will be traced. And lastly, they confessed when they sold the ornament, the Ramdas wanted more share, so they have killed the Ramdas. Where is the body? Then they had shown the gutter outside the Adarsh Nagar municipal gutter. We have put that body in that gutter. Then we contacted BMC and requested him to help, and I asked him to show the opening where this gutter is opening. Then we went to Oshiwara Creek and searched for a long way, but nothing was found. First day. Second day, I again went there. My senior told me, why are you going again and again? That body has gone there in sea. You don't go there, no, I will search the body. Second day, I went ahead along with my two constables, and I found body was in a highly decomposed condition in a deep creek. Then how to take out that body? And it was very difficult. When we put our legs we could not walk there. Then we took help of fire brigade, and they finally helped to take out the body. Then while investigating third murder, this second murder was detected. So that place jurisdiction was, according to us, was Oshiwara. We called Oshiwara senior PI to come and take charge of the body and take further investigation. Oshiwara senior PI told, no, this is not our jurisdiction. This is the jurisdiction of Goregaon. Then I called senior PI Goregaon. Then he came there. Well, this is not my jurisdiction. This is the jurisdiction of Oshiwara. Then what is to be done? So all this conversation was there, and control room was asking what happened, what is whose jurisdiction. So I told him both senior PI are denying. That conversation was heard by then DCP Satyapal Singh. He personally came there. He came there and he firstly congratulated me for taking 2 murder cases. And then he made a toss. And Oshiwara lost the toss, and then he asked Oshiwara to take the further investigation of this case. Then later, this case was ended in conviction, and all the three accused, him, his wife, and his friend, his brother, were convicted for life imprisonment. And lastly, I will. Dolphy, I know there is one interesting incident about this jurisdiction.
Yeah. Please share that. That's very interesting. Yes.
While I was attached to Ghatkopar, that time Larsen Tubro's wall and Chandili Hills, that red lamp was the imaginary line dividing between Ghatkopar police station and Bhandup police station. On that hillock, one dead body of a lady was found. Then we went there, and our constable told it is the jurisdiction of Bhandup. Then we have given message, Bhandup police came. Well, this is not our jurisdiction. Well, there is no definite wall, and it is the imaginary line from that red lamp on the hillock to the Larsen Tubro, and it is not our jurisdiction. Then our ACP came, ACP Jalvi, he was a very fine person. He came there and he heard this jurisdiction issue. Then he went around, he saw some ashes, some rock Marathi, te bazula. Then he constable each other, what is this ash? Why ash is there? बोला साहब इधर रात को दारू का भट्टी लगता है. Oh, ठीक है. the ICP who take हफ्ता of that दारू का तो वो सिपाही ने बोला सर ये भंडू वाले हफ्ता लेते हैं. Then that ACP बोला जाल भी जाल बोले माल खाए मदर नाश करे बंदर भंडू पुलिस you take over the investigation. Now I will go to the third case. Generally, when case is detected, all big officers and big officer come forward and they give photographs in the press conference that we have detected this case. Actually, sometimes the person who detect the case, constable or some informant, they remain behind the curtain. But I I always give weightage. The person who detect the case should be highlighted. मैं हमारे DCP को बोलता sir, this constable has brought the information and he has detected. Give him more reward. So I still remember in 2002, I was senior PI Santa Cruz Police Station. It was a Sunday off day for me. Me and my wife had planned to go to Ginnanath Natyagraha to see the drama. Exactly at 1 p.m., duty officer telephoned me, sir, there is a telephone call from unknown person from Bandra that one dead body is lying at Juhu Pulewada in a creek, and the dead body is unearthed by the dogs. Stray dogs have unearthed that body, and two skeleton of his two hands tied with some rope is there, and half portion is lying in still creek. Then I have to cancel my plan. I rushed to Juhu Pulewada. I found many boys were playing cricket there, and they told me, sir, this body is lying since last 6 days. ये कुत्ते लोग वो body माटी निकल रही है और वो body बाहर आ रहा है उसे. मतलब why you did not report to the police? पुलिस को फोन क्यों नहीं किया? पुलिस आपको पुलिस को फोन करने के बाद तुमने कैसा देखा? ये कौन मारा? फिर हमको ऊपर डाउट आता है इसलिए हमने बोला. Anyhow, the body was taken charge under Panchanama. A wireless message was flashed. So and so body, unclaimed body has been taken charge. There was a white shirt and jean pant on the body, and entire description was given. And wireless was message flashed whether any person by this person wearing clothes here was missing from their jurisdiction. 7 days I was waiting, but no police station contacted me. So lastly, after 7 days, I went to Commissioner Press Crime Conference at Commissioner of Police Police Club. After the crime conference was over, I went to Police Commissioner Office and went to, there is a separate missing person bureau at Mumbai Police Headquarters. So I went there and I took out the entire record of the Mumbai city from where all persons were missing. So while checking that record, I could trace out that one missing complaint was on the record of MIDC police station, and description of the cloth was similar. Then I immediately rushed to MIDC police station. I found it was again a construction site. One lady was there, and she told that her husband was missing since last 7 to 8 days, and she had lodged a missing complaint at MIDC police station. Then I asked her, under what circumstances your husband was found missing? She told after about 8-9 days ago, his friend from Santa Cruz construction site came and he went along with him and he did not return. We got some clue. Then we went to Santa Cruz construction site and we searched for his friend, but that his friend was also found missing. So it was confirmed if this Santa Cruz site person was suspected in this case because he was missing and he had accompanied this missing person. Then we maintained watch, but he could not be traced. Then I deputed 2 constables there. You remain here. ये इधर काम करता है कभी ना कभी कुछ ना मैसेज देने को आएगा. Then my constable remained there for 4 days. After 4 days, during night time, that wanted accused, the missing person came near at Daulat Nagar Chowki at Vada Pav. We eat the Vada Pav. That construction worker who was also there, he immediately told constable, see, you are searching this person, he is eating whatever. Then he was picked up. He was picked up and he immediately confessed that he has killed his friend. And what was the motive? Why he was murdered? The story was astonishing. This deceased, along with his two friends, were residents of West Bengal. They used to go there, marry a girl, and come to Bombay and sell that girl in Kamatipura and Nagpur. It was their business. So 1 month ago, they had brought one girl from Calcutta and under the pretext of marriage, and she was sold at Kamatipura. That Kamatipura lady who was in charge of that brothel gave 75,000 rupees to these three boys. Then the three boys came to Juhu Chowpatty, Koliwada beach, and they drank their liquor, etc., enjoyed, and they discussed about the distribution of the booty. So, two of them told that he should get 25,000, but the deceased was demanding more. He was demanding 50,000 because he told that in this case he had taken more efforts, so more share should be given. The two his friends, 50,000 तुम लेगा तो हमको 20% 12,000 आएंगे. We will not agree. Then there was a quarrel. During quarrel, they assaulted the deceased, and after that he was killed. Then वो जो नारळ का करवंटी रहता है, उससे वो लोगों ने ऐसा सुपरफिशियली खड्डा किया, उसमें उसको गाड़ दिया और वहां से वो चले गए. And this case was detected. The accused was during trial. The accused sentenced to life in prison. Yes, Dolphy.
Thank you so much, Tupeji. I just want to ask you, how have you dealt with illegal activities? And if the police want, can they stop illegal activities?
Illegal activities is everywhere, and nobody can stop it. But police can necessarily prevent, because we cannot remain 24 hours where the illegal activity is going on. Now, while I was attached to Santal's police station, there were, at a beach since British time, there are horse riding. There were about more than 50-60 horse were there, and they were looting, they were extorting money from the people, and they were in the evening time, they were causing disturbance to the walkers. जो लोग इवनिंग वॉक को जाते थे, they used to complain to our commissioner M.N. Singh कि ये हम चल नहीं सकते, this is a very big nuisance, you please stop. So while this was going on, one day one boy was riding that horse, and all of a sudden he लगाम उसने खींचा ऐसा, तो वो हॉर्स ऐसा ऊपर गया और उसके दोनों जो आगे के पैर थे वो एक बुड्ढी के ऊपर इधर गिरे और वो बुड्ढी ऑन द स्पॉट मर गई. तो आई टुक इट वेरी सीरियसली. ये हॉर्स राइडिंग बंद होना ही चाहिए, हॉर्स इधर बीच पे आना नहीं चाहिए. There are 4 lanes coming to Juhu Chowpatty. Our ACP and we have decided to no horse came there. People, you go your houses to the Mathiran, etc. And that horse riding activity was completely closed till date. If police decide ये बंद करना है तो कर सकते हैं. This is the example.
Thank you, sir. Generally, we've been campaigning also for police reforms to ensure that there is no political pressure applied on you when you're functioning. So how have you managed to handle political pressure in terms of when you have investigating cases or any interesting thing that you need to share? And which police officers during your tenure who stood by you when you were basically working on cases?
I will start with my first case. In old days, in October, there is a lot of hutmen. Till date, there is a lot of hutmen, and there was a shortage of water. And common water tap was the place where all hutmen dwellers used to come, and they were frequent quarrels. So at Vikroli Park site, that time separate police station was known. There was a big quarrel, and some Shiv Sainik lady was assaulted by Congress lady, and so two groups came and there was a rioting. So on the 10 to 12 ladies were injured. So I registered cross cases. 10 Shiv Sainik ladies, 10 Congress ladies. So I have arrested on both the parties were arrested. तो कांग्रेस पार्टी के जो वर्कर थे, they went to the chief minister of that time. Vasantdada Patil was chief minister. So Vasantdada Patil wrote a letter to the confidential letter to the commissioner of police Tankhewale. You please go and see your officer is supporting Congress people and you make inquiry and transfer him. So Commissioner Tankhewale khud aaye and he asked me what are the facts. Sir, I have taken action against both. He supported me a lot. He immediately telephoned from Ghatkopar police and landline to the CM directly. So that officer has taken right action and he has action taken against both the parties. So political pressure जो है वो तो आते रहता है, इतना ज्यादा नहीं है बम्बई में. Generally it comes to the superior officers. There are other incidents also where pressure was there, but I have handled it tactfully.
Any particular police officer senior to you would like to mention who stood by you, who supported you in your work?
In detection, Joint CP that time Shivanandan and Commissioner Mendonka, then DCP Prasad, then my other DCPs, they have supported me a lot because whenever I used to arrest accused, there was always it is a habit of accused to get out of clutches of this time, and they used to take shelter from political parties, etc. But my bosses has firmly stood behind me and they asked me to go ahead. Don't worry, take action according to the law.
One of the things I need to mention is that people even today struggle sometimes to, when they visit a police station with a complaint, struggle to register complaints. They are made to wait for long hours. Sometimes influence needs to be used. I know for sure several times I have contacted you personally on matters like this. You have stepped in and helped us out. What is your suggestion when people go there and struggle? They don't have any references, they don't have political contacts. What do you advise?
Now, at police station, there are two types of complaints. There is a cognizable, non-cognizable. Cognizable means it is a mandatory as per 154 CRPs to register FIR. And non-cognizable offense, police have no power to make further investigation, only write NC. But the public who lodge the NC complaint, they get disturbed. इतना मार खाके खून आके police ने उसको arrest नहीं किया. But they doesn't know कि police has no power to arrest them. And about FIR, I don't know, it is about the disease like cancer. Everybody, most of the police officers try to avoid the recording FIR. But there are honest officers also, they register FIR immediately and take cognizance. But there is some misunderstanding कि वरिष्ठ जो सीनियर लोग रहते हैं, अरे बोले ये तुम्हारा पुलिस स्टेशन में लास्ट ईयर 500 CR था, ये टाइम 700 हो गया, you have no control. तो ऑटोमेटिकली द सीनियर पीआई बोलता है कैसे भी हाउ टू रिड्यूस द क्राइम, तो वो लोग ज्यादा ये नहीं करते, यानी FIR ये करते. तो पुलिस स्टेशन में आने के बाद कोई भी आदमी ऐसा FIR नहीं लेता है उसका, वो बोलता है तुम इधर जाओ, ये जिस जुरिडिक्शन में वो जुरिडिक्शन, he try to avoid. Once he register the FIR, he has to investigate that matter, he has to attend the court, he has to attend, ये अपील में गए तो सेशन कोर्ट, हाई कोर्ट, सुप्रीम कोर्ट पे भी केसेस ज्यादा है. ये सब अवॉइड करने के लिए ऑफिसर थोड़ा, some of the officers try to avoid to register the case. There are so many reasons, but these are two main reasons.
आपका क्या सुझाव है? What is your advice?
ये 154(2) में 3 में provision है, if your duty officer is not taking FIR, you are supposed to approach the DCP or SP of the concerned police station. So they will order the concerned duty officer or senior PI to register the case. And or if they are, even if the police is not registering the case, you have got option of court. you can approach to the court, and under 150C3 court can direct the police to register a case. But generally court लोगों के पास इतना पैसा नहीं, तो एडवोकेट एंगेज करके वो आर्ग्यूमेंट होती है, टाइम लगता है। बेस्ट पे अगर आपकी एफआईआर नहीं हो रही तो यू अप्रोच सीनियर ऑफिसर। सीनियर ऑफिसर जनरली अवॉइड नहीं करते, वो लोग एफआईआर लेते, लेकिन लोग सीनियर ऑफिसर के पास जाते नहीं, डरते। पहला पोजीशन को आने के वो डरते। सीनियर ऑफिसर अगर बोलते हैं चलो यार एक्यूज क्यों नहीं लाए, चलो अभी मेरे को 1 घंटे के अंदर एफआईआर लो, उसका सीआर नंबर, तो वो करते हैं। तो पुलिस जनरली लोग जाते नहीं, आगे सिस्टम लोग जाते नहीं, दे कीप क्वाइट। ऐसा।
So for the participants, you have heard what Mr. Tupe said, that when your complaint is not being registered, you have the options of going to senior police officers. And in fact, if you look at every single police station, you have all the mobile numbers of the senior police officers, right from police commissioner down the line to the senior PI. So you must use that option in terms of seeing that your complaint is registered. If I want to ask you, Tupe sir, लोगों के पुलिस के प्रति बहुत नेगेटिव ओपिनियन है, तो आप और पुलिस में भी अच्छे ऑफिसर्स रहते हैं, तो व्हाट डू यू सजेस्ट हाउ दिस इमेज कैन बी करेक्टेड? आपका क्या सुझाव है?
Now government has given sufficient salary. अभी पुलिस की सैलरी बढ़ गई। जो शुरू में हुआ करता था कि पुलिस को सैलरी कम है, अभी वो that issue is even हवलदार gets सिपाही get 25,000 per month, so that issue is not there. So about policing, ये पुलिस की सेवा जो है, वो जो पुलिस ऑफिसर है वो देश सेवा करके ऐसा उसने अगर ट्रीट किया, और पुलिस स्टेशन में जो आदमी हंस के आता है, रोके हुआ आता है, उसको हंसते भेजा, तो ही विल लिटरली एंजॉय एंड पब्लिक विल गेट रिलीफ। व्हेन पुलिस स्टेशन में जाने को किसको मजा नहीं आता है? व्हेन समथिंग हैपेंस ही गोस, नॉट ओनली फॉर रजिस्टरिंग द कंप्लेंट, देयर आर सो मेनी इश्यूज। एक्सीडेंट होता है, मिसिंग होता है कोई, तो पुलिस के पास जाना पड़ता है, पुलिस वेरिफिकेशन, पासपोर्ट वेरिफिकेशन जाना पड़ता है। पासपोर्ट वेरिफिकेशन जाने के बाद मोस्टली कांस्टेबल ऑनेस्ट, बट सम मिस्chievous कांस्टेबल डिमांड मनी, पैसा न दिया तो दे आर नॉट डूइंग वर्क, फिर वो इमेज ऑटोमेटिक खराब हो जाती है।
अभी आई विल आस्क यू मे बी 1 or 2 क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि थोड़ा समय हम लोगों को भी, अगर उनके पास कुछ सवाल है तो वो भी रेस करेंगे। एक क्वेश्चन, यस योगेश, यू वांट टू से समथिंग?
Yeah, I was just asking sir कि whether, I mean, how he looks at the forensic investigation kind of thing. I mean, it is now after these serials and things, people think that forensic helps a lot in the detection of the crime. So Tupe साहब, आपका क्या experience रहा इसके?
We couldn't catch your
use of forensic science in detection of the crime, investigation and detection of the crime.
Yeah, please repeat your
Tupe साहब, आपका experience कैसा है?
फोरेंसिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन जो है, इट इज अ सेपरेट टॉपिक। फोरेंसिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन में समझो एक मर्डर हो गया एक जगह के ऊपर, तो पुलिस वहां का ब्लड लेता है और वहां के जो आर्टिकल्स है वो लेते हैं, और इन्वेस्टिगेशन दरमियान सो मेनी आर्टिकल्स दे सीज, वो फोरेंसिक लैबोरेटरी में जाता है, उसके ओपिनियन के ऊपर वो आगे एविडेंस को स्ट्रांग होता है। समझो फायरिंग केस है तो बुलेट एक्सपर्ट बैलिस्टिक ओपिनियन इज यूजफुल। समझो फ्रॉड केस है तो हैंड राइटिंग एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन इज यूजफुल। तो इसके लिए फोरेंसिक और एक्सपर्ट लोगों की मदद पुलिस की लेना पड़ता है। अभी समझो मर्डर केस है, सुसाइड केस है, उसमें पोस्टमार्टम डॉक्टर का ओपिनियन जरूरी है। तो फोरेंसिक ओपिनियन के बिना खाली ऑन ओरल एविडेंस केस कैन नॉट बी कन्विक्टेड। तो ये फोरेंसिक इन्वेस्टिगेट मेक केस स्ट्रांग।
Any more questions participants would like to ask?
Yeah, we have received a question from the comments also from the live stream. So the question is, sir, आपने 35 years में आपने जो इतने सारे cases solve किए हैं, so many murder cases and dacoities and ऐसे type अलग-अलग type के cases जो आपने solve किए हैं, so the question is, in सब cases में what is the common motivation? I mean, why do people go and do such crimes? तो उनका वो motivation क्या होता है as far as your service is concerned and your experience is concerned?
ये थेफ्ट, रॉबरी, डेकोइटी करने वाले जो लोग हैं वो they are not the rich people, only poor people and the persons जो circumstance के वजह से उनको कुछ पैसे की जरूरत है, then they commit crime. और एक दफा क्राइम हो गया, then they go to jail and they become, उनको जेल के अंदर ट्रेनिंग मिलते, then they become habitual criminal and they later on join gang also for money and they commit murder. Even for rupees 5,000 they commit murder.
Mr. Salim Sheikh has a question, it seems. Yeah, Mr. Sheikh, can you please unmute and ask your question? Also, just a request from all of you, please do not ask any questions about ongoing cases. Mr. Tupe or Mr. Dolphy D'Souza, none of them will be able to comment. So please keep your questions about the book or questions surrounding that. Yeah.
Yes, I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Vilas Tupe sir, I am lawyer and social activist from Pune. I want to ask you one question. During your 35 years of service, why not common people are treated with courtesy at police stations? One thing, on par with other government offices where people are treated with due courtesy and politeness. One question. Our second question, Tubezab, you told that because of police intervention, horse riding has been stopped totally. I appreciate. But how come this mindset is not being utilized in other illegal activities by police so that illegal activities could have been stopped?
Yes, sir. How many illegal activities are there? Matka gambling, prohibition, hotels, and there are so many illegal activities. But my experience is, for stopping the illegal activities, you have to concentrate on that issue for a long time. Police generally go to the gambling den and raid the place, arrest. Then for particular 5 to 7 days, that gambling den is stopped. Later on, clandestinely, he again begin. The police cannot remain there 24 hours to stop his activity. The police have also multi-phase duty, बंदोबस्त है, ये है, कोर्ट है, तो उसमें वो थोड़ा सा गैप है. अगर कोई भी इलीगल बंद करने का है तो 24 उसको ऊपर वो वन टारगेट करना चाहिए, बंद करना है तो कर सकते. उधर पारा रखना है, हम लोगों ने किया है. वे अब केट पारा की ये एक्टिविटी चालू नहीं होना चाहिए. It depends, but it is a hard manpower कम है, not possible to keep para at all places.
Sir, so we have another question from Mr. Ritesh Gulrajani. उनका क्वेश्चन है कि at what point of time are you supposed to respond to media? As they carry a lot of noise, do you feel sometimes you should go ahead and correct the media?
Actually, procedure is in old days. Whenever there was a detection or some issue, there is a press room at police commissioner office where all press reporters are collected, and there in the press conference was being taken कि ये काम किया, फिर रिपोर्टर उसको सवाल पूछते थे. तो अभी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया आने के बाद ये लोग अभी क्राइम होने के बाद पुलिस जाने के पहले ये पहुंचती, एंड देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ कंपटीशन इन मीडिया, कंपटीशन की ये फर्स्ट एक्सक्लूसिव ये हमारा चैनल दे रहा है, ये दे रहा है. इट इज अ बिजनेस कंपटीशन. But actually procedure is this: police are not supposed to give any interview directly. There is a set procedure. There is a PRO office. There is a spokesperson. He has to give only particular person. If the crime is has happened and wanted accused, अगर वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस से उसको मालूम पड़ा कि accused पकड़ा गया तो दूसरा accused इन्वेस्टिगेशन में देर हो जाता है. तो इन्वेस्टिगेशन में प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस लेना बहुत वो लिमिटेड रहता है वो, और सीनियर ऑफिसर लेते जनरली. और हमारे टाइम में ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया इतना नहीं था, अभी जरा कंपटीशन ज्यादा हो गया, बिजनेस ये वो.
वी हैव अनदर क्वेश्चन कि अभी सोशल मीडिया के आने की वजह से आपको पुलिसिंग वगैरह में कुछ हेल्प हुआ है क्या? स्पेसिफिकली डिटेक्शन ऑफ क्राइम एंड ये चोरी वगैरह का जो है, उन सब में आप पब्लिक से कुछ मैसेजेस आना, उन सब का कुछ हैज देयर बीन एनी एडवांटेज ऑफ सोशल मीडिया कमिंग इन?
मुझे लगता है कि केस डिटेक्ट होने के लिए कौन सा भी और पुलिस को मदद करने के लिए ये रोबेरो साहब और ये एम एन सिंह साहब ये लोगों ने मोहल्ला एकता कमेटी करके एक फॉर्म किया था, खोपड़े से. मोहल्ला एकता से लोग आते थे, इंफॉर्मेशन देते थे सब, और मदद होती थी। तो वो टाइम सोशल मीडिया हमारे टाइम में इतना नहीं था। हम लोग प्रेस नोट इश्यू करते थे कि ऐसा ऐसा केस हुआ है और 4 लाइन में, और ये फिर दो ऐसा एक पैराग्राफ आता था कि पुलिस हैज डिटेक्टेड सो मेनी एक्यूज अरेस्टेड। तो इतना मीडिया का कंपटीशन नहीं था वो टाइम पे, मीडिया ट्रायल नहीं था हमारे टाइम पे। तो मीडिया ट्रायल से क्या होता है, अगर फ्लूइडाइज होता है सामने का आदमी।
Thank you. Dolphy sir, so over to you. You can share your questions if you have any. Okay, I think Dolphy sir is.
तुपे साहब, मुझे एक सवाल पूछना था। आपका ये जो बुक है, ये बुक कहाँ पे खरीद सकते हैं इसको?
मैं पार्डन,
ये बुक कहाँ से खरीद सकते हैं लोग? अगर किसी को बुक पढ़ना है तो ये कहाँ मिलेगा? ये बुक ऑनलाइन
अवेलेबल है, किंडले, अमेज़न किंडले,
अमेज़न अवेलेबल है। हाँ ठीक है।
प्रिंटेड खत्म हो गई। मैं कोई बुक भेजा नहीं। I have printed 300 books and I have given gift to all my friends and police officers. I have not eaten. My intention is not to earn from this public. I want to aware.
The question was not about you earning money out of the book. The question was about spreading.
It's available on Amazon.
People know about the cases that you had handled. आपने जो भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया था, लोगों को पता होना चाहिए कि एक केस ऐसा था, इसमें ऐसा इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया गया और ये करना पड़ा। तो वो बुक अगर अवेलेबल होता तो लोगों को पता चलता, वो पढ़ के समझ सकते थे कि भाई ऐसा
इन्वेस्टिगेशन होता। बहुत है एंटी करप्शन, ट्रैप्स और ये दोनों बुक अवेलेबल ऑनलाइन।
ओके सर, आप एसीबी में आपने 10 साल से ज्यादा काम किया। आपने कुछ बहुत सीनियर मतलब आईएएस ऑफिसर को भी आपने ट्रैप किया था, थोड़ा सा उनके बारे में बताइए।
In 2006, one contractor come to anti-corruption bureau and give a lodge a complaint that one IAS officer, Chief Irrigation of Maharashtra State IAS officer, resident of Ambar Avanti, was demanding bribe of ₹2 lakhs for that contract work, showing favor in passing the bill, etc. So when that person came to lodge a complaint, we have laid a trap at Ambar Avanti, where all my big bosses, judiciary, session court, high court judges are staying there, and it was very difficult to lay a trap. And at most, while laying a trap, not to disclose identity, etc., was very, and not to leak the information to anybody. So while that trap was reported, my boss, Pratnya Sarvade, told me not to disclose to anybody. Even where we told our DGP that time, anti-corruption, if there is a complaint of against IAS officer, I'm going to trap. And madam told we will tell his name after the trap. So that confidentiality was taken into consideration. Then we went there at Ambar Avanti, team building, trap lagaya. Then complainant was sent in his house. घर में flat उसने demand किया था. So I had deputed 2 constables on the staircase. I was on the staircase and my entire team, we have वो vicinity में पूरा हम लोग position लेके बैठे थे. Then the complainant went inside. He paid the amount, and we have instructed him while coming out. After you coming out, he will latch the door. So you don't come out. You give the signal from the door itself, and you keep your door inside, one leg inside. And accordingly, he obeyed, and he gave a signal to our constable. He has taken them. Then our constable Santosh Parab, Santosh Darekar went inside, and that time this IAS officer had gone to his bedroom to keep the money. So my constable went there and knocked. Sir, may I come in? Oh, he told, yes, come in. That time he was holding that bribe amount in his hand. And we took search in his cupboard. There were so many packets. He did not even open packets. So many packets were lying there. And his inquiry was already, he has faced disclosure inquiry at Thana unit that time. And it was closed. So he was confident he will be closed. Bombay unit is closed. You will be convicted. And during trial, he was convicted and sentenced for 2 years.
Okay. So there is a Mr. Malcolm Rodriguez. उनका एक final question लेंगे. Mr. Rodriguez, please unmute yourself. And request is आपके question को please बहुत precise रखिएगा. Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez has gone on mute, I think. Okay, I think he's gone on mute.
There's one Mr. Pickley who has raised a question. You can ask him that.
Yeah.
I can ask the question. Rodriguez over here.
Yeah. Please share your question, sir.
The question is that this case with the ACP was trapped. This is regarding that big scandal which Anjali Damania had raised. It was about the irrigation scam. What has finally happened about that irrigation scam? Were any people punished?
I am not. I was retired earlier. Anjali Damania's matter is later on. I had retired long back. In my time, Anjali Damania matter was not with us. I have left ACB in 2007, and my last posting was North Control Room. Because I had made some inquiries against some IS officers in SRS scam, I was shunted out.
Can Arvind?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Pickley has raised one question. You can ask.
Yeah, so this is the final question that we're taking.
Yeah.
His question is, I'm facing police colluding with corruption with perpetrators of crime. Whom should I approach and how to proceed?
Reporting bribe.
हाँ, शायद उन्होंने वो स्पेसिफिकली ये नहीं किया है, बट फेसिंग कल्यूडिंग ऑफ पुलिस विद करप्शन करके. सो मे बी जेनेरिक अगर आप एक दो मिनट में अगर आप कुछ शेयर कर सकते हैं तो.
Sir, I will just explain his query.
What is the question?
नहीं, उनका क्वेरी ऐसा है कि कुछ लोगों ने क्राइम, जो गुनहगार है वो गुनहगार पुलिस के साथ हाथ मिला के उनको परेशान कर रहे हैं, तो ये कैसे हैंडल किया जा सकता है? ये
नहीं, मैं नहीं समझा. Talk in English.
जिन्होंने people who had committed crime, they are partnering with the police. So how the common person should get a justice? ऐसे मामले में पुलिस जो एक्शन लेना चाहिए, पुलिस उनको सपोर्ट कर रही है क्रिमिनल्स को.
See, there is a provision under section 217 and 17. If police is not taking action as per the law or disobeying the lawful direction, the police can be prosecuted. Now there is a police competent authority at in Mumbai. There is special unit. You can lodge complaint against police. And if a complaint of bribe is there, anti-corruption bureau overall is there.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Where you can go.
Yeah. Should we take one last question? If any question is raised by anybody? Arvind?
No, I think so. Some of the questions I read, some of them seem to be very generic, and we have already answered them.
Sure.
Some Mr. Rajendran has asked a question about digital transactions for money transfers and how to be safe. Actually, Yogesh sir has done 2 sessions on that, specifically during COVID time. So my suggestion would be to check out our channel, Money Life TV. So you will get a lot of videos, and Mr. Tupe has also very kindly spoken for a previous other seminars as well, and he has spoken on anti-corruption and a wide range of issues. So if you check out our channel, then it has a lot more videos which will help you learn a little more about this. So yeah, so I think I can hand it over to Yogesh sir.
So with this, we come to the end of this today's webinar. Thanks a lot our speakers, retired ACP Vilas Tupe Sahib and Dolphy D'Souza from the Police Reform Source. And thank you everybody for joining us for this important webinar. Good night.